It was the battle of the backup quarterbacks and also the battle of head coaches who are probably on the hot seat. Yo, 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 what's good? This is JVB back with another Bears video. I apologize I did not post a video last week, but I'm back at it like a crack addict, baby. And before I start, I want to give a shout out to everybody who subscribed to the channel. We're on our way to 600 subscribers. It's not 6 million. It's not 600,000, 60,000, hell, even 6,000. But 600 subscribers, that's pretty damn good to me. Slowly but surely, we getting up there, y'all. But I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting me. All right, so now let's get to the video. There are a lot of people that's come out and they're pro Tyson Bagent. And then you have a group of people who are still pro Justin Fields. If Tyson Bagent goes out there prime time on the road against the Los Angeles Chargers and have a great game, should he be considered the QB1? When Justin Fields is ready to come back and play, he is the QB1. At least for the rest of this season, Justin Fields is the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears team. Now, next season, that's a whole nother story and that's a whole nother video. But as of right now, when healthy, Justin Fields is and will be the quarterback one for the Chicago Bears team. And that's no slight to Tyson Bagent. Tyson Bagent, an undrafted rookie, D2 school, goes out there on Sunday and beats a professional NFL team. Did he have a lot of help? Absolutely. Game ball goes to D'Onta Foreman. He had 3 total touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. He ran hard. He ran over some guys. He hurdled some guys. I don't get why he was inactive in the first place. I said that weeks ago. D'Onta Foreman showed last season in Carolina after the Christian McCaffrey trade that he can play. He may not be a special teams ace or a special teamer like Travis Homer, but he should still be active. So it's good that he's getting ticked now and that he's showing that he can actually play in his league. Something that the Chicago Bears should know because they went after this guy in free agency to sign him. But the running game was on point on Sunday and that helped out Tyson Bagent. Tyson didn't have to go out there and play hero ball. All he had to do is play simple, smart football, and which he did. What I will say about Tyson Bagent is that he seems like he knows his limitations. He's not going out there holding the ball for 25 seconds. He is going to get rid of the ball as soon as possible. If he gets flushed out the pocket, he has the awareness to look up the field and look for a receiver, and you saw that in the game on Sunday. He kept the chains moving. Whereas you have somebody like Justin Fields who is the superior athlete, but at the same time, that can be the detriment because we see what Justin tries to do. He'll hold on to the ball too long and then end up throwing an errant pass or not even really looking up the field, and he'll start taking off and running, or he'll just hold the ball too long and he'll get sacked. In fact, Justin Fields is the reason Justin Fields got hurt. It sucks to say, but that's the truth. So if I had to give Tyson Bagent an edge over Justin Fields, it will be that. But like I said, game ball goes to D'Onta Foreman. Darrington Evans also had a good game running the ball. He had a few long runs called back due to penalties. Larry Borom had a couple of holding penalties, as did Tevin Jenkins. He had a penalty himself. But the running game was on point. You know, they ran all over the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't say this often, but shout out to Luke Getsy for the game plan. And it doesn't hurt that besides the Larry Borom penalties, that the offensive line played pretty well. They're without Nate Davis, who got hurt in the game last week as well. With that, they moved Tevin Jenkins from the left guard to the right guard position. They moved Cody Whitehair, thankfully, away from center into the left guard position. That was an abomination of a game from Cody Whitehair last week at center. Like, I couldn't believe how happy I was when I saw Lucas Patrick get in the game. That's how bad it was for Cody Whitehair. Golly, that was bad. But shout out to the Bears offense and shout out to Tyson Bagent in his first NFL career start, getting his first NFL career dub. Now let's get to the defense, man, because the defense for the second consecutive week has played pretty damn good. Jalen Johnson, I am giving you a game ball. He had 2 NOs. One of them went back for a touchdown. You need to continue to play like that if you want to get paid, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Jalen Johnson, he showed up and he showed out in that game on Sunday. But this needs to become a consistent thing with Jalen Johnson. In my opinion, Jalen Johnson is a solid NFL cornerback. Not really good, not great, but solid. Too many times I'll see guys like KJ Osborne or in this game, Jacoby Myers getting first downs on him and outpointing him for the ball. Not trying to talk down about those guys, they're NFL wide receivers, but you look at yourself as an elite cornerback in this league or a really good cornerback in this league. You want to go out and you want to get paid. Not saying you got to be Darrelle Revis in his prime, but you have to be better. You have to be more consistent and you got to stay healthy as well. The man's going to get paid. The question is he going to get paid here in Chicago? I just want to see this high of a level from Jalen Johnson on a more consistent basis. You're not going to always get interceptions off Brian Hoyer and AC McConnell, whatever his name is. Could you also do this against the top quarterbacks in the league? But that's my challenge. That's my plea to Jalen Johnson. And speaking of challenges, Jaquan Brisker was all over the place in that game. Every offensive play the Raiders ran, it felt like Jaquan Brisker was a part of it. But my thing with Jaquan Brisker, what I'm asking for, create turnovers. Because there was a couple of situations in this game that he could have took advantage of. He had an interception in his hands and he dropped the ball. There was another time where he came around the wrong way to get to the quarterback and he didn't get the sack. I love the energy. I love the passion from Jaquan. I just want him to create more turnovers because I feel like he's capable of doing it. That's my same thing with Jalen Johnson. Going back to Jalen real quick, this was his second and third career interceptions. He had one interception, and this is now his fourth season in the league. But Jalen Johnson, he got the game ball for me on defense. Jaquan Brisker was all over the place. I do want these guys to create more turnovers. Elijah Hicks had a solid performance again, taking the place of the injured Eddie Jackson. I don't have no inside scoop, but this might be the last season that Eddie Jackson plays for the Chicago Bears. I just feel like he's getting around that age. I don't know if he's 30 yet. I think he is. But he's already, not that that's old, but he's been getting these injuries, these lingering injuries ever since he hurt his foot in New York last season. That ended his season. Obviously, he had the same issue during training camp. And even in a regular season already, we've seen him play games but not finish them for that reason. Eddie Jackson's had a nice career here in Chicago, but these may be the last weeks of Eddie Jackson as a Chicago Bear. The linebackers are playing like they are getting paid. Tremaine Edmonds had an interception in this game. TJ Edwards was all over the place as well. Those guys stepped up, and I appreciate that. That's great, and I want to see them continuing to step up and be the driving force of this Bears defense. Defensive line had a good game. They didn't have a lot of sacks, but they brought pressure. But great performance yet again from the Bears defense. And again, I'm going to give a shout out to somebody that I don't give shout outs to, and that's the head coach, Matt Eberflus, for leading this Bears defense. It took a little bit, but now it feels like the Bears defense, they're playing much better under Matt Eberflus. Do I still believe that Matt Eberflus is a good head coach? Absolutely not. And there was a point in this game where Matt Eberflus, it was at the end of the second quarter where the time management was fucking horrible, man. Sometimes it feels like this guy's sleepwalking during the game. But I feel like that was a wasted opportunity at the end of the second quarter. The Bears could have added on at least 3 points. But overall, the coaching was pretty solid in this game. The offense, Tyson Bagent, he did what he had to do. But the running backs, they pretty much took care of the rest. They took care of all the heavy lifting led by Deontay Foreman. The defense, they showed up and they showed out. Jalen Johnson, 2 interceptions, a pick 6. Tremaine Edmonds had an interception in this game as well. I just want to see more consistency and more aggressive play from guys like Jalen Johnson, Tariq Stevenson, Jaquan Brisker, those guys in the secondary. I want to see more ball hawking abilities from these guys. It'll be interesting to see how Tyson Bagent performs under the lights Sunday Night Football on the road against the Chargers. Again, when Justin comes back, he's the QB1. But right now, in the meantime, in between time, Tyson Bagent, he's my guy. But I'm out. Like the video, share the video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, y'all take it easy. God bless. Peace. Bear down.